Good evening, YouTube. General Soul back with my latest walkthrough. That's right, we are doing Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. For those who have seen the Persona videos, or have only played Persona, Shin Megami Tensei is a different beast entirely. Now, there's some DLCs that I have installed here, but first we have some story to go over. So I'll go over the DLCs that we've installed here in a minute.
A world that loses its power will fade into nothing. If such is the fate of this world, then I shall return it to its mother's womb. The world must first die, for it to be born again. This is the path to salvation, as foretold in an ancient prophecy. The world will fall for its sins, and everyone living will vanish. But I won't let you meet the same fate. I want to help you hold on to your life. To do so, I need to know your name. Will you tell me who you are? That's right. As of now, your will to live shall sustain you. Believe in it, and survive. You may not understand right now, but please, don't forget what I've told you. I am the nurturer of the next world. The template for our future rests within my hands. Now, I want you to say my name aloud. That's right. No. I won't shed another tear. Not even at this world's end. Instead, I can invite you to the world that is to come. Now go ahead. Wake up. The time is here.
Please do not rush onto the train. The door is now closing.
Okay, so our friend's thinking he's going to get some from the teacher, but the teacher seems to like me. First thing we want to do, we do want to interact with this vending machine and buy a drink. So, DLCs I was talking about. When you get the remaster, it is basically exactly like the original Japanese version, except that I don't know if the Japanese version of the game on PS2 had voice acting, but the American release of Nocturne did not have voice acting in it. A couple of the DLCs I got is one, the difficulty we're going through, which is Merciful. I'm going through Merciful because there is a reason that this game is called the Dark Souls of JRPGs. This game is hard as hell. And I'm going to have to play through the game 6 times, or at least part of the game 6 times. One of those times I have to beat it on hard. One of those times normal. I'm hoping when I go for hard that the difficulties stack. Another one you may have seen was Maniacs mode. That it makes it similar to the version we got in America. The difference is there is a character that is replaced. I will talk about that when we are introduced to that character. So, overworld map is like this. This is very similar to how 1 and 2 were on the NES and Super NES. Shin Megami Tensei is an old series, but yeah, this is the 3rd mainline title. We do not actually have to talk to any of these characters. I just figured I would do it for some story here so you can get an idea of what the world is like, get some background. But essentially, as we're told, apparently there was a riot at this park that we're meeting our friends at, and some people were killed. If we interact here, we get a little newscast. But yeah, the original, I had the PS2 version of the American version, and in fact, the American version we got was actually a kind of director's cut version of the Japanese version. From what I understand, it was originally called just Shin Megami Tensei 3 in Japan. We never got that original version. The Nocturne we got was a director's cut where they changed out a character that is in this game with another character that would be more famous in America. Again, I will go over that when we are introduced to that character. So I am essentially playing the original version because it's going to have the original character and not the new character. Alright, so where you see the little glowing red, those are entrances to areas. So here's the Yoyogi Park, and blocked off because this is where the riot happened. So we are actually needing to go around this entrance. Talk to you first. Oh yeah? Long-haired yuppie, huh? Anyway, come here for some story. You must be the long-haired yuppie.
Great. The entire park's closed off. They can't even let a guy in to snap a few photos? Guess it's not my lucky day. Huh? You need something, kid? Well, here's what they said on TV. Panic erupts as a clash between corporate representatives and a civic organization ends in violent deaths. Pretty disturbing, right? But those who live on the fringe say it was a deeper struggle between two cults. I think that's your phone going off.
Hey, are you there? Finally, I get a hold of you. What's taking you so long? I could see if it was our other friend, but you're never late. You wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Where are you now? Yoyogi Park? Well, since you decided not to show, we had to leave without you. We're almost there now. So, yeah, would you mind coming straight to the hospital? You do know which hospital it is, right? Shinjuku Medical Center. Just go east from Shinjuku Station and keep going. You can't miss it. I guess this works out. I was planning to ask our teacher for career advice, so I'll just go ahead of you. Thanks. Keep in mind, I don't plan on staying too long. Okay? See you later.
Hold up. You're on your way to Shinjuku Medical Center? That's also where I'm headed, oddly enough. Go figure. Why don't you hang on to this? It's a copy of our upcoming issue. I'm assuming you don't know what went down here. Then, you probably don't know what kind of place that hospital is either. The name's Hijiri, author of The Ring of Gaia and the Scripture of Moroku. Might want to give that a read. Normally, you wouldn't associate a hospital with the occult. That hospital is anything but normal. Or so they say. There's a lot of misinformation floating around these days. If it turns out I'm wrong, just laugh it off, okay? Anyway, I'd better be going. Oh yeah, in the event we run into each other again, let me know how you liked my article.
So the name that I picked for my main character is considered the canon name. He got his name from a radio drama of Shin Megami Tensei 3 that was done in Japan. The other characters, I'm just going with their default names. I'm not going to bother changing anything. Alright, so I'm trying to go up. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and talk to everyone. Okay, he is mentioning a character. The character that I'm talking about that would be switched out if we did the Maniacs version. There is also a DLC for an even harder version than hard. I did not buy it though. You actually had to pay for that difficulty, and I was like, no, I'm not going to pay for that. Everything else, if I'm remembering correctly, was free. Just the harder difficulty is got a price on it, and I was just like, no, I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't have even gotten Merciful if it was charged. So And again, for anyone who is gonna try and come into the comments and give me shit for playing this on Merciful, this game is hard as shit, even on Merciful. This, like I said, there is a reason this is called the Demon Souls of JRPGs. I have never beaten this game. On the original PS2, I got to the second boss and got my ass handed to me. Alright, so to continue story, come through here to the Shinjuku Medical Center, and that must be our female classmate there. Well, let's talk to her.
Well, hey, about time. Is it just me, or is something seriously off here? There isn't anyone in sight. No nurses? No patients. Look, even the reception desk is empty. Don't you think there's something weird about this place? I sure do. Anyway, you know who is looking for our teacher right now. And big surprise, he's still gone. He'd better not be off goofing around. Oh, what's with that magazine? Some stranger gave it to you? Come on, you should know better than that. Ayakashi Monthly. Never heard of it before. What? It's an occult magazine? Why would you bring something like that here? Well, maybe it could help me kill some time. Anyway, can you go find that bonehead? If he can't find our teacher, then I don't want to be here another minute. You should be on the second floor, where the patients' rooms are. I'll be waiting down here. Oh, and leave the mag with me. Don't leave me hanging too long, okay?
By the way, if I do not mention, there is no real up or downside to any choices. So unless I mention it beforehand, your choices here right now don't matter. That must be our other classmate. Alright, so continue around and interact with the vending machine again, and this will be your first trophy if you know to do this. I did not, so this was my 11th trophy. But yeah, if you buy something from each vending machine that you can interact with, you will get your first trophy. I already so yeah, as I'm just saying, I've already got 11 trophies for this platinum.
Oh man, you scared the crap out of me. Why'd you go sneaking up like that? Jeez, you come here late, you cause trouble. You know what? Forget it. Not worth it. I'm sure you've already noticed, but this place has been cleaned out. You think everyone, died off? I called our teacher to make sure this was it. She clearly told me. Shinjuku Medical Center. They could have at least put up a notice or something so visitors aren't clueless. Maybe someone unleashed a deadly virus in here. I've already checked out everywhere she might be. I'm running out of places to look. Think we should just call it? Alright, I'm gonna head back down and check out how our other lady's doing. I bet she's all pissed because I've been gone so long. It ain't easy pleasing a princess. Anyway, I really hope this isn't the shitstorm it's shaping up to be.
And there's something like 37 trophies, counting the platinum. So, and at least 6 or 7 of them are viewing specific endings. A lot of the trophies that I have left are grinding stuff and beating the game now. Alright, talk to Chiaki here.
Oh, you're back. So, you know that special report at the beginning of the magazine? Well, it says some things that are more than a little unsettling. According to this, there's a group of demon worshippers who call themselves the Ring of Gaia, and they're right here in Japan. Apparently, they believe in this book of prophecy called the Scripture of Miroku. In that book, it says that chaos will engulf the world, and these people are trying to cause that somehow. Whether their idea of chaos means terrorism or something else entirely, the reporter couldn't figure that out. But get this.
No luck finding her. I even checked the men's room.
Didn't need to know that. We're in the middle of a conversation here, so save those details for later. Now, listen to this part. A hospital on the east side of Shinjuku is closely linked to the organization's sinister plan.
Let me guess. That ends with, find out more in our next issue. Though it wouldn't surprise me if that article had some truth to it. I've heard some real spooky shit about this place. Like how they run deadly experiments on patients, or how a psychic started shrieking and bolted out of here. And of course, there's a rumor that a cult's behind it all.
You're serious? I never knew any of that. Maybe we really shouldn't have come here. I almost feel stupid for buying into some bizarre tabloid. But it does get one thing right. How creepy this hospital is.
We really need to find her, don't we? Okay, we search this place top to bottom one last time. If nothing pops up, we assume nothing's wrong, and we split. By the way, looks like you can reach the annex from the second floor. I'll go take a look up there. Whereas you have the honor of searching the basement. Oh, and you'll need this.
You're the one who found the card. Why don't you search the basement? Could it be you're too scared?
Come on, this is me we're talking about. The only reason he's going is because I'm sure there's nothing down there. Look, all you need to do is confirm that our teacher isn't in the basement. Got it? After all, saving the day is my job. Should things take a turn for the worse, just run like hell, okay?
I can't believe him sometimes. Anyway, let's focus on finding our teacher. No matter what, we have to make sure she's safe.
Alright, so to get to the basement, go to the elevator here. I could have taken the elevator to go to the second floor, but then I would have had to have gone around to trigger the scene of where Isamu was. So there is a method to why I went the way I went the first time. Anyway, put that ID card right here. It'll open the gate. Follow the path. There is nothing to interact with here. You want to go through this door. Ooh, eerie sounds. Hell yeah.
Who is it? Who dares disrupt this stillness? Only a lost lamb. A well-known poet once said, April is the cruelest month. Have you any inclination as to why? Because it is then one awakens from a long sleep and faces the barren world. Our history as a species is similarly barren, comprised of empty trivialities. The worthless overgrowth of a civilization blind to its sins, continuous war and bloodshed, and thousands of years of repeating the same mistakes over and over again. The world needs to wipe its slate clean. The way to salvation was foretold in the scripture of Miroku. And today, that prophecy shall be fulfilled. The old world will sink like a setting sun, and the new world will arise in its place. Now, how should I deal with you? From what I recall, you weren't among our followers who survived the purge at the park. Oh, you're her acquaintance. Come to think of it, this was a hospital, wasn't it? And you merely came to visit her. However, even a pebble creates ripples when cast in water. And while I do feel pity for you, your life ends here. Do not be afraid. All the inhabitants of this world will follow before long. Your time has just come a bit sooner, that's all. What a pitiful attempt. One should face death honorably.
Stop!
Huh?
What? You can't even let one person go? What effect could he possibly have on our plan?
However insignificant he is, I am not a man of exceptions. You know this.
Fine. If you don't spare him, then consider our partnership over.
Such a troublesome maiden. Well, I'll leave the teaching to the teacher. Please leave this room. I would like to enjoy this blissful end in solitude.
I'll be waiting on the roof. We'll have a good view of the city from there. Come, see it with your own eyes. Witness that which will change the world.
So yeah, as you can see, this first video is a lot of story, and if it wasn't for the remaster having voice acting, I could talk the entire time.
What's wrong, my little master? Are you curious about that person over there? Oh, is that so? My. But right now, we have other matters to attend to. Let's do that afterward.
Okay, so to move on with the story, we just want to go to the roof. If we go anywhere else, we're just basically wasting time. We can't go to the annex where Osamu is, and I believe if we go to Chiaki, she's just going to say something like, can we hurry up and find our teacher or something.
So, here we are again. I'm glad I intervened when I did. I wouldn't want you to fall prey to a demon. You heard what Hikawa said, right? This world is about to be swallowed by chaos. It's called the Conception, the rebirth of the world. An event which no human has ever witnessed. Everyone outside of this hospital will perish. I doubt anyone would approve of such a terrible thing. But even if we did keep this old world alive, it would eventually lose all its power. The world must first die, for it to be born again. And I alone will carry the burden of its sin. As for regrets, I have none. What matters is that fate reached out and led you here. And it is your fate to live through the conception. It may actually be more painful than death. But I believe in you. Please. Come find me when it's done. No matter how the world changes, I'll be your pillar of strength. It is my duty as the Maiden to take part in shaping the new world, meaning I can show you a better way to live. I know it must be difficult for you to understand, but we're out of time. Listen, if you can find me on your own, I promise to tell you everything. The answers to all your questions, and what my intentions really are.
And so we are bearing witness to the end of the world. Welcome to the conception. This is a common theme with a lot of the mainline Shin Megami Tensei games. It is always a post-apocalyptic adventure. In most games, it is you are the last surviving human. A few games you might have a female character with your main character, but for the most part it's just you're the last surviving human. We will see a lot of the same essentially personas from the Persona series in this series, but they are not personas in the main line. They are demons. And so, welcome to the end of the beginning.
Who would enter my world? Reveal your heart to me. You have nothing stirring within you, not even a hint of reason. For the one who will shape the world, this cannot be. Go forth and discover yourself. What will be the legacy of your existence?
Do not be afraid. My little master has taken an interest in you. Pitiful human though you are, he wishes to grant you a gift. It is vital that you receive it, and I'm afraid you have no choice. Please try not to struggle. It will only hurt for an instant. Enjoy your last moments as a human. Magatama is the essence of demonic power. With it, you have joined the ranks of demons. My little master is always watching, so please try not to bore him.
And thus we have been turned into a demon ourselves and have now gotten our second trophy. For me, it was my first. We got our first Magatama, which is the means of building our character. Each one has different, will build your stats certain ways and will give you certain abilities. So welcome back to Shinjuku Medical Station. This wasn't here before. Yeah, well, you're kind of a ghost. Anyway, head this way and... yeah, I wonder if that guy is here again. Wrong guy.
Who's there? Wait. Aren't you that kid I met at the park? What in God's name happened to you? I see. Well, at least you still think like a human. That aside, you know what the hell's going on here? Last thing I remember, I was blinded by a bright light. After that, I was in this room. From the look of it, we're in some sort of hospital. Seeing as you're here too, I take it this is Shinjuku Medical Center? Well, first things first. As much as I want to know what's going on out there, it's not exactly safe to walk around. Have you come across any of them yet? Well, they're definitely not human. My guess is that they're demons. My strange experience, your new look, and these weird creatures. Something tells me calling the cops won't do us any good. But damn, if my hunch is right, there's an actual explanation for all this. Though I'd rather not believe it. If this is Shinjuku Medical Center, I can't just rule it out. The conception may have occurred for real. You know, I've seen a barrel like this before. If I remember right, it belonged to a man named Hikawa. He's gotta be behind this somehow. Just standing here talking won't do us any good. Listen, if you're strong enough to fight, could you gather some information while you're at it? I tried talking to what looked like a ghost, but I didn't have much luck. What's happened to the world? And is there anyone else out there? We can only find the answers by finding other people. I wish I could do it myself, but I doubt I'd last long against a demon. Besides, I imagine studying this thing has its own merits. So for now, I leave it to you. Don't bother worrying about me. I know I'd only slow you down if I tagged along. Hey, I don't plan on dying here, you know. I figure I can make myself useful by studying this thing. Now get going.
Interact with the barrel and make a save. This will be your third trophy, making your first save. And I'm going to end the video here. Drop a like if you're enjoying the walkthrough. And I will see you guys in the next video.
First things first, try and make it outside. Alive.